And here we go. Jake, ApolloKage for 5th here. Winner will go on.
Plenty of seats for that squad for ApolloKage. Now we're sitting right up front.
Absolutely. Oh, you can't cheer for your homie in the seats behind. You got to be right up front.
Can't be 4 rows back. Got to be right in the action. We're getting to the action here. PS2 will be the first stage.
Now, it is kind of good to note that ApolloKage has now started developing a Steve of his own. We haven't really seen it this tournament. I think we only are going to be seeing it at locals, but whenever you play a character, you tend to understand their weaknesses a little bit more, and as you can see, ApolloKage throwing the grenades perfectly over the wall.
100%. Getting the projectile onslaught going early here too. That is one thing that is kind of a problem in this matchup. Snake does not have the ground speed to kind of be able to avoid the, the anvils, the minecart setups that can kind of come at you really fast, and you've already seen ApolloKage get grabbed by a lot of them. Yeah,
that's a very weird interaction too that we saw a little bit earlier coming out from the minecart and the grenade, actually keeping ApolloKage kind of stuck in that cart for just a little bit, maybe just the hit stun, but something definitely to look out. Going for the C4 to cover the roll, but can't find the up tilt because the block is there.
Yeah, this has been a crazy scramble thus far. So much damage has kind of come off. Run up grab here too, down throw. Not going to go for the immediate option, but great tech chase.
Yeah, this is kind of where ApolloKage thrives. He kind of reads where you roll the first time and then is going to cover the other side every single time. Here we go though. Jake definitely does have Diamond in hand, and it's very scary here, especially when you're at 117. And we consider Snake a little bit of a heavy character, but that doesn't even matter.
Dancing around here too, now evened up to 1 apiece. Can the juggle get started? No. Jake not going to press any further. ApolloKage getting the forward tilt, pressing off. Ooh.
Okay, gonna see this neutral here. So far, it's very surprising to see Jake still sitting behind a wall while ApolloKage is stacking on so much passive damage, and that's what Snake does best. Here we go though, trying to find the down air, not gonna be able to find it, and now ApolloKage just content using the walls against Jake and having a very safe force to just throw out Nikita.
Ooh, grenade gonna break up any further follow-up from that grab that Jake might have had in mind. It's crazy too, not taking a lot of collateral damage here. Usually you think Snake, you think going to, be traded with these grenades are gonna come in to break out of combos. It hasn't really happened much this stock.
Down throw there coming out from Jake, stuck between 2 walls. I call this a coliseum because you're kind of like stuck in between here, but the up smash is going to be punished by the dash attack here. And now Jake kind of stuck underneath this platform for at least a brief moment, going for the swing with the forward smash, but AK just ready to go here, trying to find the option. The down air not going to go all the way, but it'll combo perfectly into the up tilt.
Yeah, catches the defensive option there too. Jake wanted to air dodge away from that down air, just put in the perfect position to get hit by up tilt.
And crowd screaming for Scuba Doober, the ApolloKage chant of the tournament. But now the lingering hit of the back air, that one's got to be annoying. And the down air only takes care of Cypher. It actually doesn't take care of ApolloKage.
Oh my goodness, that dash attack is really crazy to get away from that anvil dropping right above head. 2-layer wall here. You have to account for how heavy Snake can hit.
And loving the way too. That was the right choice by Jake to try and read the jump on the platform with the up smash. But it looks like all the passive damage from grenades is just getting Jake a little bit frustrated here, breaking him out of the minecart. Another up tilt can potentially take this with how much rage Snake has, but ApolloKage gonna play it a little bit more aggressive, going for the dash attack here and just trying to find a hit. Had the right idea on the C4, but Jake just didn't go as close as he wanted.
Built a house here of stone. Jake trying to get any material online. We do have diamond, but we'll take a lot more of that iron. It makes life a whole lot easier.
And utilizing a little bit of minecart wall shenanigans here, trying to drop the anvil through the block that we were talking about a little bit earlier here, and just the up tilt. You don't need to do anything fancy. I love that when players just get their option and that's it. You have much less chance of messing it up than just like sealing it out, and that's really great stuff coming out from ApolloKage.
Yeah, whiff punish doesn't get much easier than that one there too. Jake whiffing the up smash, ApolloKage able to just hit the turnaround up tilt for the game.
All right, here we go. Let's see where we're going to go on to next here. It is Jake's choice. ApolloKage still looking fantastic, but we are going to head on over into Smashville. Feel like a lot of Steves really like this stage.
Really good. You can get the wood online extremely fast. Such a nice material to work with. Obviously, axe breaking down first because you use axe to mine. That will wear into the tool. Not going to cut into your killing potential, which is nice instead of a stage where you have to use like your pickaxe when can really neuter you if you want to go for a back air, forward air kill.
It's really funny that you mentioned getting the wood tool because it seems like Jake has decided to already pull out of the gate with the iron so far. So now here comes ApolloKage trying to find a way back in, utilizing these grenades that we were talking about a little bit earlier. They've been working out really well, but something else that ApolloKage has been doing really well is finding his way to hit Jake out of the minecart. It's been looking fantastic. The up tilt almost just beat an entire anvil. There's just no way.
Up smash getting like the odd number hits there too. That was a crazy interaction there on that center platform. Still sitting and mining. Diamond online here now. Back airing that grenade. Not going to find anything further after the explosion.
I'm loving the way also that ApolloKage went for the disengage instead of trying to find the up air out of that too. Jake though will be able to find a diamond back air, which will allow him to be in the lead for the first time this set.
Dancing forward here, Jake trying to force ApolloKage to whiff at him in the corner. Not going to find a further punish, but I like the idea. Cart coming in. Oh, just barely missing that C4.
That's the second time that we've actually seen that from ApolloKage, where he chooses right, but it's just not fast enough. Great air dodge up. Anvil and Cypher just not having a good time, but the spike down. Jake, 3 stocks to 1. This is what he's all about.
Looking super dominant here too, but will get caught in the corner in between that rock and a hard place. Up tilt will get the job done. Gold online.
There's no other commentary like joke you can make other than like you're stuck between a wall and a hard place.
It's right. It's just too perfect. It's way too easy to explain the situation.
Absolutely. But grenade, passive damage. ApolloKage going to be able to find the grab. They can't find the down air though into the up air. This is one of those things that I always say when I watch ApolloKage. I love the way that he's also trying to move around you. I mean, here comes Jake though, going to be able to find double up air into the up smash. Trying to find the up air though to retaliate, nothing home.
Oh, slipping right between that block and the platform there. Crazy stuff. Having it drop down though. Gotta watch out for Nikita.
Okay, looking for the down air though, going to be able to shield through. And honestly, just the turnaround F smash going to be enough here. But here comes Jake. Down throw has also the diamond as well. So let's see if AK is going to be able to find their way. They're not going to be able to going for the up tilt, but it's just going to take care of the block. It's not going to take care of Jake here, as Jake's going to be able to get that grab.
A crazy placement there of the block back air, not going to connect. Forces the air dodge, standing on that little sliver of platform that was left, that was not occupied by the block. Another punish on a whiffed up smash with the up tilt. ApolloKage brings it back to 1 apiece.
I was just about to say, look at the positioning on the C4. It's right next to the crafting table. And I think that's really smart coming out from ApolloKage, saying, you know what, you can go and build your material, but you're at least putting yourself in a little bit of a scary situation here. Here comes Jake, though, trying to find a way to get this stock. The back throw in, the grenade hit, going for the spike. I can appreciate it, AK.
Getting hit by the Cypher coming up as well. Jake not able to get that TNT setup necessary.
I can't find the full entire hit of the down air with the anvil too. Now Jake slowly losing the lead here, and now just trying to find one of these back airs. The dash attack though will get caught up by the grenade here, and AK actually playing fantastic right now, but Jake gonna be able to find that back throw.
ApolloKage putting his own shield at risk through all those explosions as well. It was very small for a long time there. Getting hit by the own grenade, throwing it right into the block.
And ApolloKage always these B reverses to mix up the movement as well. I love the way automatically back already turned when Jake has the minecart, but that is going to be a hit. ApolloKage kind of nodding, recognizing that, yeah, maybe not the smartest thing to jump up right there.
Taking the game finally, though. Took a long time. ApolloKage really clawing back into that one. Had some great momentum. Jake just couldn't find an opening until that very last minecart.
That's just kind of how Steve goes when you really think about it sometimes. Sometimes it's just you get hit by a cart. And like we were talking about a little bit earlier, Jake's conservation of the materials have gotten a lot better than the first set that we saw him play in. Just taking a deep breath. It's 1-1 right now. Still here in the Midwest, get loud for their boy. As we go into Battlefield, what are your thoughts going here?
Interesting. The juggle is going to be available and also able to reset sooner, but ApolloKage might be able to use these platforms as well. Also going to set up the C4 again, potentially at that crafting table on the platform, pretty much putting it out of play for Jake.
Oh, but so far, I mean, it's been about 15 seconds, and Jake already at 80-102, already looking fantastic. And ApolloKage going to be able to find the up air. Can't find the stock, though, as he utilizes the back air to get Jake out of the cart. And now Jake has to find a place to go and kind of run and hide, because ApolloKage, excuse me, looking like a shark in water right now.
Ooh, last hit of the downer not going to connect, but the rising backer out of it Jake definitely frustrated here on this split game.
It's definitely something with the newer players where you can see the frustration on their face every single time. I don't know, a lot of the times we're not seeing the poker faces anymore, but instead we see eye rolls and kind of body shrugs too. But now ApolloKage being able to loop Jake here is so important. Loving the recovery though to get out of dodge here on Jake's side, trying to get a little bit more comfortable, but is going to be a little bit of grenade shenanigans. I'm sure ApolloKage is okay with taking that.
Getting a little bit discombobulated there on that left side, but we're working our way back, still letting it rain down.
You gotta, with this point, going to be able to get the diamond here. So let's see what Jake's plan is going to be, trying to find the diamond into the drop. But now some of these, you're not a snake main unless you blow yourself up with C4. That's all I'm gonna say.
At least once.
Yeah, you do it for the fans, right?
Gotta earn your stripes to do it, absolutely. Nevertheless, though, still a solid lead here for ApolloKage. Has to get off this platform here, too. Snake, not the best aerial mobility and aerial options to get away, but still able to make it work here.
Nikita from center stage seems to be a pain in the side for Jake right now as he tries to get the grab. And now it's all ApolloKage and still having all the momentum in the world right now. But Jake actually going to second guess himself from going up with the up airs and going to just get blown up.
And you can see it, all focus drawn to that player cam too, just trying to work through this character. ApolloKage putting up one huge wall after another in front of Jake.
If it's anything that everybody who's played against Jake has done very well today, it's knock Steve out of the minecart. Peanut being able to do it, ApolloKage finding a lot of these back airs through it as well. Something that's really fantastic as ApolloKage going to be able to get a couple hits here. But now here comes Jake, has the diamond in hand. This is very scary, but not a lot of other resources to help them right now.
Forward smash going to be on the whip. I love the dash attack away to avoid that down smash coming in from Jake. Really throwing everything out there to try to find this kill.
Okay, once more grenade hit. Totally okay with that. Trying to get the tech chase onto the platform, but the grenade gonna bail ApolloKage out once more. Jake trying to find this down air, but the grenades just keep saying no.
Looking for the approach in there too. ApolloKage just completely fine to work in this confined space.
Okay, Jake taking a little bit more of a passive route now. I think he's done trying to approach here, just going to litter the battlefield with some blocks, trying to read where he's going to go with the up air though. And now ApolloKage just going to keep dropping this C4. It's not safe for Jake to go anywhere at this point.
Not at all. Only places that ApolloKage is allowing is where Jake can land. Love the wave land back there from Jake, still seeing the confidence in the movement.
I mean, it's 127 on Steve last stock, and Nikita can do it, a back air can do it, but still these grenades are stacking on so much damage here for Jake. And honestly, the counter pick of Battlefield has been working out so well, going to roll just right through the F smash here, but this cart is going to be able to scoop. Jake trying to get the aerial and will, but not gonna be enough, and that's ApolloKage going up in the set 2-1.
Go out on your own terms though, Jake. I like it. Go get the kill. If you don't make it back, no matter. You're going out on your own terms. I'm with that.
See, I feel like now that we saw that SD at the end of game number 3, it's going to be all eyes on whether Jake decides to go all the way out there for a KO again. That is the first time I think we've seen Jake kind of commit to something like that, and it not being like just a very quick and easy forward air, or just like genuinely chasing ApolloKage out there. So it is going to be AK on the set point here, looking to go on in this bracket and looking to send Jake home.
Pokemon Stadium 2 is the first thing, but one thing I want to highlight that you said too is like, yeah, most of the stuff we're seeing Jake follow up off of is the carts being pulled off stage. That was the first time we really saw ApolloKage off stage with his own devices to get back, and Jake really pressing the problem towards the snake.
Can I just say I love the transition in with like both player cams and then the game. I think that's so sick.
So nice.
I think that's the first time that we're actually going to be able to see it here. But now Jake going to be taking a ton of damage once more from the grenades here as the crowd is getting louder and louder for their hometown hero. Going for the up air, not going to be able to find it. But now Jake, you are stacking on a ton of damage and the crowd goes wild.
Oh my goodness, what a find there too. Love anytime Cypher can get involved in a combo just to get up there and reach with that up air. 0 to death for ApolloKage.
But here comes Jake, going to be able to get the grab, but can't find much else. I feel like Jake is now super intimidated by these grenades coming out from AK. Going to get hit up here, and gotta watch the shield too. If AK decides to be a little bit more aggressive here, we could potentially be seeing a shield break.
I mean, yeah, how can you not be scared though too? There is just a heavy fire onslaught. The artillery is raining down from above.
And once once more, has the first diamond here, but look where the crafting table is. It's almost broken on the other side of the stage here, so Jake is gonna have to fight. C4 planted on the left side platform, and now ApolloKage just totally content with just getting all of this chip damage, has successfully lapped Jake.
Diamond online here, they'll be reverse back, gonna put under Jake, but ApolloKage still hunting from below, not pulling the trigger on anything that Jake can get past quite yet.
Ooh, okay.
That was close.
If that was the up air, that definitely would have taken it. Just choosing wrong on the aerial. And once more, Jake is just bleeding out right now. Fortunately, building the walls right there and kind of making a little reverse L to avoid getting hit by the Nikita. Very smart here. And honestly, Jake has been doing a fantastic job of not getting hit by C4 as much anymore, as Jake now going to build a little bit of a house.
Enjoying. Hopefully nobody comes in and breaks down the door. But
the big bad wolf.
Yeah, ApolloKage though just waiting outside patiently, finally going to have Jake come back out of the dome built.
Okay, empowered minecart here has a little bit of tools to work with, but the stick is on Jake, and ApolloKage 2 stocks to 1. No sign of this stock going away anytime soon. Jake needs an answer.
No, and you see ApolloKage throwing these grenades in perfectly between that platform and that little gap between the rest of the blocks there too. Seems to be playing on a whole different level right now. Right under, here's that anvil setup you like so much.
Yeah, it's definitely very tricky, but when it hangs out a little too long on the wood, it's just not going to be as effective as it would be like on something like dirt. But now here comes Jake trying to find a way in, but ApolloKage just played a game of catch with himself at this point.
Dancing here, scoop not going to work, actually hitting the grenade that was at ApolloKage's feet with the up air.
Okay. Once more, it's just what's winning ApolloKage this game is just the chip damage coming in from grenade and then choosing right in a couple of interactions and then just getting the stock here. Trying to find the C4, not going to be able to find it. Here comes Jake though, down throw into the back air, has the diamond too, going to get propped up by the grenade but doesn't commit to anything.
Forward smashes aplenty here though. Jake trying to take this stock as soon as possible, but giving so much respect to ApolloKage, just letting these grenades fly. Actually going to forward smash one.
Wow, I'm loving the grenade to just stop the minecart too. And now, honestly, ApolloKage just looking fantastic right now. The parries are so on point.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so hard to approach ApolloKage on a platform or anything. Finally going to get a hit without a grenade interrupting. Just straight up line right through there.
All the way through. How high is that? 6 blocks? All right, you know what? You got it, Jake. There we go, though. Going to be able to find a nice little hole to sneak the grenade into here. Looking for the back air. If that was up air, that could have been it. Has a random Nikita, but it's actually going to hit here. Let's see. ApolloKage getting set up once more. And now Jake with no iron to land on. You saw how he's going to go for the down air, but ApolloKage living up the diamond back air.
Gotta take a deep breath here if you are Jake. One mistake could cost you the game here. Phenomenal trade here for Steve. 157. Got to play a perfect game. Down throw with the grenade, not going to kill.
Ooh, but the back air just might, and it will. That is ApolloKage going 4th in this game. Game number 4, taking it 3-1 for the Midwest, sending Jake right back home. You got the crowd super excited. That guy's not even wearing a shirt.
Congratulations, though, to Jake. I'm sure it's not the exact placement you might have liked to have, but still making some really good wins over the way. Beating Luis, beating Lima, beating PK Chris. Very good run to get closed out there at 5th place.
Can I just say that we have not seen a single game 5? Yeah. Every set has been game 4, which is very, very odd for especially a very close top 8 just like this. But good on ApolloKage, still going to be carrying on in the bracket for the hopes of the Midwest here. But you got your brother in crime and Skittles coming up next versus Zomba in what I think is a